Hi guys, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Z, but today I'll be taking you on a journey to see the UMUADA for the burial rites of my mom. So I was told to bring a wrapper, a george that I was going to tie around my waist when I get to her place. So as you know, we're going to her maternal place, we're going to her place. That's where she was born before she was married into my father's family. So that's where we're off to today, and I have to tie this wrapper to my maternal home. You know, these people kept arguing who should go, who shouldn't go, who should enter, who shouldn't enter, until we got there. And I was like, are they even sharing food at this place? I didn't know until you find out at the end of this video. IBETA, that's what it's called. IBETA, that's to cry and come to them, to officially tell them that, oh, their sister has passed on to glory. So that's what we came to do today. So we're here waiting for her people to start coming, and here's my bro. Say hi. And my brother. We're going to wait for them to come and everything. It's on. Okay, so guys, as you can see, we have the list now. There is the UMUNN list and there is the one for the UMUADA, right? So that's usually the first step for every burial rite, and then that's what we've come to do. For the list, whatever you are given in the list is usually subject to some level of negotiation in which you are to negotiate. However, my father can be the one to negotiate, so his people, maybe his brother, but in my case we went with his brother, so his brother and other relatives from my village will actually go to do the negotiation on his behalf. So the first thing is to go tell the people that their sister is not feeling too well. Yeah, the first step is to go tell them that she's not feeling too well. Then the second step is to tell them that, oh, she has passed on, and then you want the list for the burial rites. So when you're given the list, they'll give you a convenient date that is convenient for both families to come and meet. So we're given today to come for the burial rites. One thing I noticed is that whatever food that was brought before them, they actually took out a portion and gave to the other family. So there are two families represented here, the family from Ehimembano and the family from Obo, right? So this food now is going to be taken to the people in Ehimem. Exactly, this woman is from Ehimembano. She's going to give it to her own people. They are going to eat that one before it's now shared to. Then the other food from the cooler is now shared from the people from Obo. That's what they did for everything that was brought here. So let's keep watching. We're still here, and well, they've been eating, and I refused to eat, and then they said if I don't eat, or if my brother does not eat, that they would have to find my family, so we have to eat something that they cooked. So that's it. The men are still here debating on the money and everything. I'll show you guys the list they gave us. So we just finished with the UMUADA people. My auntie is going to bring our own food separately, and then we'll eat it. Sorting out their own, so it's just the men that still have outstanding. So see, my brother is eating now, so that they won't say he has not eaten. So I'm about to eat my own food and everything. So it's like a tradition. Another thing I also noticed that all of them washed their hands with this same water, I believe with this same bucket or something. I don't know if that's tradition or that's just village life, but I didn't find that hygienic enough. I mean, someone just washed his or her dirt out of that water and you're using it again. So I don't know if that's tradition or that's just African people being African. I really do not know. There are three things that are eminent in every UMUNN gathering in Igbo land. You see food, you see drinks, shinap and palm wine, and you see fights. Fights. There must be fight, there must be argument, there must be disagreement. Otherwise, that's not UMUNN. So the UMUADA people gave us their list, so that's what they were negotiating. So their list consists of ogele. I should think that is like the dance. I don't know why that is there. Then the mortuary visit, they said they will go visit her in the mortuary. Whether they go or not, we don't know. That's just customary. And there was something else I didn't quite get that also was at 5,000 naira. So they will actually debate that and then maybe come to a consensus as regards the amount of money the family is meant to pay. And the family that's going to pay it is my family. That's her family. My father's people will pay to her own people, right? That is their right. And then after that, they are giving 3 rounds of food. The first one is the oji, like you saw, that's they were giving oba and garden egg. The second one is the rice and stew with a large chunk of meat. You do not cut the meat for them, they'll cut it themselves. And the third one is the apple and soup that you also bring for them. So as they've done this for us now in my mom's village, my mom is from Ehimembano, they've done this for us now in her village. So they will also come to where she's married to, and the whole thing will be reciprocated. That will still cook the same amount of food for them. And just so you know, this is not the day of the burial. All this will be done prior to the burial. So this is what they will come and eat again. Then on the night before the burial, the UMUADA will come to cry. There you will give them bread and tea to drink, chicken and yam to eat. So I will let you guys know how that one spans out. But like I said, I feel like Christian Igbo burials are just too expensive for my liking. I'm grateful to God that we're able to afford this, but think about a family, think about some indigent persons that cannot afford this. And the thing is that if you're not able to afford this, it's actually going to be like a stigma on your family. When any member of your family goes to another person's burial right, haga eketo okay, that they will not be allowed to partake in that sharing or whatever happens. That is like a stigma. Haga see, they will not be saying, have you done this for your mother? Have you done this for your father? Have you done your own? All that kind of stigmatization still occurs at this time. So, and then these people will actually tell you that if you do not fulfill these rites, you cannot bury her. Like they will tell you outrightly that if you do not fulfill this burial, they will not bury her. And I'm like, there are people who bury their people abroad. Do you understand? So do they also have to go about carrying out these burial rites? But we're African, and I guess that's just it. So the next thing is that the same thing will be for this amount of food that they ate. The men will still eat that amount of food, but their own also has to go with palm wine and schnapp. That's the hot drink. I forgot to snap that for you guys. The hot drink that you will also give to them. So those ones will also negotiate the money. Like I showed you, like their list. This is what their list comprises of. So you can see what their whole this thing. So this is actually the first step. The first solid step to the process of burying anybody to the process of burying a woman in Igbo land. And like I said, there are some traditions that I feel should be scrapped, and actually this is one of it, because I do not see why a grieving family should be subjected to this amount of expenses. What if these people cannot afford all this? What happens then? What happens now? Do you understand? So I'm grateful to God we're able to do this and everything is going on smoothly. So I'll just let you guys see how everything spans out. So we're sorted out with this one. Like I said, this is what it's called, IBETA, AKWA, whatever that is. So you just go. For those who are asking, no, I'm not the first daughter. My sister unfortunately cannot be here, so I'm actually doing this in her place. So yeah, that's it. Okay guys, so we've come to the end of this video, and I hope you learned one or two things from this this whole process. This is what it looks like when you're trying to bury someone in Igbo land, and in some places the prices are a bit lower. In some places it's actually more expensive. Whatever it is, just do the best you can. This whole thing is all subject to some sort of negotiation. Just do it in all peace and amicably, and know that at the end of the day you're just trying to do what's best for the person. Okay, so at this point, kindly give this video a thumbs up, also subscribe and leave a comment for me, and I'll do well to see you in my next video. Till I come your way again, do well to stay safe, stay well, and remember this. Love you.